My husband forgot the last 8 years and now wants a divorce. I've been with my husband, Josh, since we were in high school. We broke up shortly after graduation but reconnected a year later. We've been through everything together. Long distance, job challenges, unexpected pregnancies, health issues, you name it. Josh is my first love, and I can't imagine life without him. But now, have to. 2 months ago, Josh woke up beside me, utterly confused. He asked who I was and what I was doing next to him. This wasn't his usual playful way of waking me up. He was genuinely alarmed, asking where he was, frantically looking for a woman named Lisa. I was scared and confused, trying to remind him that I'm his wife and that he's safe at home. Josh insisted he would never have married me, racing around the house, looking at our photos and avoiding my touch. Called his mom, and when she spoke to him on his phone, he panicked, because I knew his passcode. His confusion escalated, and I had to call his therapist, who arranged for him to be taken to the hospital. He was kept under observation for a week, and when he returned, he accepted that I was his wife, but was convinced our relationship was a mistake. He didn't go to work, and spent a lot of time searching for this woman, Lisa, who went to a college he had declined from. I was perplexed, wondering if he had an affair in the past. A week later, I found messages from him to a number, begging Lisa to speak to him, but she claimed not to know who he was. This wasn't a public number, so he must have had it memorized. When I asked his mom about it, she questioned him, and he admitted that Lisa was the love of his life. He became so distraught that he attempted to harm himself and was taken back to the hospital. After another evaluation, Josh was prescribed medication, and his sister stayed with us until he seemed more stable. However, Josh was distant and cold, questioning our past and expressing regret over us getting back together. He even made a move on someone he had once told me not to worry about. He kept saying he didn't know how he could love me after everything, refused to help around the house, and stayed out late at night. Over a month ago, he asked for a divorce, telling me I should have moved on after high school because he couldn't bring himself to love me anymore. He said he was too ashamed of our past and couldn't see himself being happy with me. He left that night and moved in with his sister. After his sister urged him to try again, Josh came back, and I told him I didn't want to throw away our 10 years together over a mental breakdown. We were both thriving in our careers and had no major issues before this. We even started renovating our house together. He agreed to give it another shot, and for more than a month, it felt like we were dating again. Everything seemed to be improving. We even became intimate again, which I thought was a sign that things were getting better. Josh was attentive and caring, just like I remembered. But 3 nights ago, something changed. I came home to find Josh sitting at the kitchen table, drinking, a habit he never had. He had been waiting for me and suddenly slammed divorce papers and his phone on the table. The phone was open to text messages, including explicit photos and mentions of a night with a woman named Lisa, whom he had met on Tinder. The venom in his voice when he said, "Now will you divorce me?" will haunt me forever. I locked myself in our room and cried as I heard him leave. His sister took him away again, texting me an apology and saying she was taking him back to the facility. I told her to just take him, and I would sign the papers, but not to let him know. I'm devastated. My mother and brother are flying in to support me, and everyone is in shock. We had even been trying for a baby. Now, I'm worried about whether I should get tested for STDs. My world has turned upside down.